Hey y'all, it's Lauren and Jamie.
This week we're getting real with OnlyFans creator Taylor Hughes.
This is the Chicks and Dip podcast. Hey y'all.
Hello, hello.
It's Lauren.
It's Jamie. Welcome to the Chicks and Dip podcast.
We are so happy that y'all are here. We are jazzed about today's episode, y'all. We have been waiting to get this interview for like literally weeks and months.
Yeah, no, it is so much fun. We get so excited during the interview and we learned so much.
Yes, obviously, if you're here, you know that we are talking with an OnlyFans creator, Taylor Hughes. So we're going to get into that. Y'all like sit tight, but we have a fun little, fun doesn't feel like the right word. We have a story for you guys.
It just kind of takes a lot of twists and turns.
I guess I'll start. So we just did some work in Atlanta, and we want to preface this story by saying like we are like so excited and like grateful to be breaking into the Atlanta market. So like
yes.
We are so jazzed about that. However, whenever we took on this video project, there was a little
miscommunication, maybe.
Miscommunication, as there is in lots of creative, projects. You have to get to know the people you're working with before the magic happens, So the first conversation that we had with the director of this project, it was like a script, and it was like, we were thinking it's going to be like 50-50, Jamie, me. He goes, Jamie, I just want you to do like most of the talking, and Lauren, you're going to do the demonstrating.
No, the modeling, he said.
The modeling. So from my perspective, I'm pissed because I said, this guy doesn't think I know how to read. He thinks I'm illiterate.
And from my perspective, I was pissed because I'm like, oh, I'm the ugly one of the duo. So like, I'm just going to do a voiceover and Lauren is going to do all the FaceTime. I'm like, all right, screw me, right? Like, damn.
So we're pissed. Like, going into this project, we hate this director. We're mad.
We love Brian.
So
we love him.
Yeah, all of it worked out in the end. Like we're
best friends.
We adore this director now.
Brian and Simon, y'all are the best. We love you. Absolutely love you.
Look. But that's the energy. Like, y'all need to understand that's the energy we arrived on this like video set with. Like anger, like ready to prove I can read. Jamie's ready to prove she's hot. Like we're ready.
Jamie's ready to prove she's hot.
She was like doing her hair perfect.
To a T. To a T.
So we get there and we have our first shot, the two of us together. Actually, back up a little bit. My first solo shot, the director's like, I want to try it with you doing it, and then I want to try giving Jamie half of the lines. So now this is like twice in a row. I'm like sure that he thinks I can't speak or read. So then we have our like scene together, right? You go.
And it's my line. So I'm saying something about like, this was for like a home, like you're buying your home, whatever. So it's about like, you don't need a flashlight, including the flashlight on your phone for this whole walkthrough orientation. So Lauren is standing next to me. She's got the purse and she's miming out, like bringing the phone in and out of the purse. So we're standing there like in the shot together, getting ready. You got to say what he said because
we're getting ready. He looks at Jamie. He's looking at both of us. We look great. My makeup is done to a T too, okay? He looks at Jamie and goes, Jamie, has anyone ever told you look exactly like Bella Hadid? What the?
What? Literally, before I could even respond, Lauren under her breath, she goes, there it is.
There it is. He doesn't think that I can't read. Actually, he does. He thinks I can't read and he thinks I'm ugly. He just likes Jamie. Like, that's what I realized. He's into brunettes. It's fine.
I look at him and I go, knowing how Lauren's reacting, I go, really? I've never been told that before, but that's fantastic. And I look at Lauren and I go, it's perfect. We're like a little Bella and Gigi duo.
And you know what he said? He said nothing. He didn't say, oh yeah, you look like Gigi, her blonde sister. Nope, nothing. And then instead he just goes, Really? No one's ever told you that? Well, on camera, you look exactly like her. Like, double down. And I'm like trying not to be like a jealous bitch, but I was just like already thinking this guy thinks I'm a fool. So I was like revved up. And so then he starts the camera and I'm looking in the camera lens, like literally like I'm doing right now. And he goes, "Hey, Lauren, can you look at the camera?"
Well, they kept repeating. They're like, look at the lens. Look.
Can you look at the camera? I'm like, okay. I'm looking at the camera. And then he goes, "Can you look at the lens? Lauren, can you please look at the lens?" Starts tapping it. "Can you please look at the lens?" I literally said out loud, "I'm looking at the lens." I'm like, y'all, I'm breaking my eyes. My eyes are busting through my head. Like, I'm thinking, am I a fool? Do I not know what the camera lens is? I'm like red in the face, holding my breath, poking my eyes out of my skull, looking at the lens. And whenever I said that, he goes, "Oh, your eyes are just really light. I couldn't really tell."
It was literally insane. Like, they just kept saying, "Can you look at the lens? Look at the lens." I thought they were talking to me. So I'm like looking at the lens. I'm looking at Lauren. I'm like, "Bro, is this you?" I'm like, who's not looking at the lens? So then I'm getting tripped up. I'm like, isn't that the lens? And then they specifically are like, "Lauren, we need you to look at the lens." And I was like, oh, shit ain't me. Like, all right. Like,
she ain't looking. I'm telling y'all, in that moment, like, I felt tears in my eyes because I was like getting so like furiously like frustrated. I was like, I'm quitting this job. This is a Jamie solo project. I was like fuming mad, like shaking.
But also, yeah, who is Jamie? So remember, Simon didn't even know my name? I kid you not, people. We were in hour 8 of this shoot. Seriously. And Brian's like, "Oh, can you put it on Jamie?" And Simon goes, "Who's Jamie?" I go, "Simon." I'm like, "Simon, we had a connection here, sir. And you don't know my name?" I almost just cried in the backyard because I couldn't remember the damn line after 10 hours of shooting this video.
He thought your name was Bella. That's what it was. Bella and Ugly.
Bella and the Beast.
Bitch! Yeah, I'm walking off the set. That's it, Jamie.
I just had Beauty and the Beast on the mind from watching the movie, and it just fit.
I'm gonna pee. Oh my god.
We're peeing, we're sweating. It's not okay. Oh my god, the shit that happens to us. Like, I swear, every time we do something insane happens, and we're just like, why does this always happen to us? Why?
And you know what? So I want to wrap it up and say that I proved myself. And I got my screen time. I showed them that I can read, and I memorized my lines. Jamie crushed it, and we ended up having a great time. When we left the set, the director was like, "I'd hang out with you two." So like, we got on good. Yeah. It took a while to understand each other, but like, we're so thankful. We love him so much, and I still don't know what he thinks of my appearance, but I'm happy that we had that job. So thank you.
I mean, it was a wild ride.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you. I appreciate you saying that I crushed it, because
you did.
For the life of me, I couldn't remember my lines.
You did great.
At the end of the day, I was so brain dead that literally at one point I just sat there and tears started filling in my eyes. And I was like, I'm about to walk off that set. In that moment, I'm like, I can't do it. This is too much.
I feel like I'm going to just go ahead and out myself. Like, I just feel like to like put the
wait, you have to.
The cherry on top of all of this. The set that we were on was a brand spanking new model home.
No one has lived there.
No one's lived there. No one's like even touched it or like turned on the sink. And I had a coffee at like 3 p.m., okay? It was a big coffee. It was a strong coffee. And so, yeah, I had to poop. And I christened the brand new home. I'm the first poop in someone's brand new home in Atlanta, Georgia. So
I
you're
was
welcome.
In the middle of one of my shots, and I looked over, and Lauren was doing some kind of squatting action in the grass. And I'm like, is she taking a shit over there? I'm like, what is she doing? Nope, she went upstairs, christened it. And it was a really fun time. You christened it. I was severely constipated. It was great. Like, we had a really great time.
That's called range, baby. Oh my God.
That's called, you get the best of both worlds with this duo.
Choose your fighter.
Bella and Gigi, constipated and non-constipated. This is too much. Too much. Okay, sorry guys.
So thankful. If you're a business in Atlanta, we want to work with you.
We are a fun time. We can guarantee that. We will leave our mark. You know what I'm saying?
Literally. Oh my God.
Okay.
I feel like we have got to stop rambling. Shout out to Neutral. For supporting the Chicks and Dip podcast. Y'all know we keep Neutral on the set. It's so good. It's a vodka seltzer that's not artificial tasting. What we got up here today?
100 calories, gluten-free. We got the lemonade Neutral, which is amazingly sweet, but not too sweet. And we've got the regular Neutral. I believe we've got watermelon up here. There's a little cranberry pack too. We love Neutral. It is easy going down.
It's so good, y'all. Thank you so much to Neutral for supporting the Chicks and Dip podcast.
And all of its craziness.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
So we can, I'll just like toss, I'm going to introduce our guest and we can get after it. Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
All right, y'all. We are here with our guest this week. This is our friend and OnlyFans content creator, Taylor Hughes. Welcome to the pod.
Hi, guys. We are
Hello.
so excited for this episode. We've been like jazzed about this for like a month now, I feel like.
Yeah, this has been a long time coming.
I'm so excited.
Oh.
I'm so happy you guys reached out.
Yeah. We have so many questions.
Yeah. So I feel like maybe we should give people an idea of who you are.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. Where do you want to start?
Yeah. I guess just tell us about you and how you got involved with what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So I'll start it with one spring break trip.
Oh, okay.
Back in March, maybe even April. Yeah, I went on spring break and this Euphoria sound was trending on TikTok. I was kind of feeling myself in a bikini. And I just posted a TikTok. At the time, I probably had like 17 followers. Like I never like posted a lot of TikToks. All of a sudden, like just blew up. Immediately got questions about, my body, if it's fake, all these like rude comments already. So that was just kind of overwhelming. But yeah, throughout the trip, I just kept posting more and more. And eventually I just kind of told my story about I do have a boob job because I'm so young. So I guess I got a lot of questions about like when I got it, what size I got. Because I did get a lot of like female girls commenting as well, but most were like men haters and just
Really?
well, not all haters, just most was like good. There were a lot of good comments, but there were like some creepy mean ones being like fake. So I just wanted to get out of the way. Like I'm not trying to, say I don't have fake boobs.
Yeah.
So I just kind of always aired it out. I have always been real about it, even with like you guys. I'm sure when we first met, I told you guys I got
Yeah.
my boobs done.
Yeah.
No, literally the first time I met you, I remember I was like, I'm not trying to be weird, but you have the best boobs I've literally ever seen.
I think I remember that. Yeah. We were at the Pink House. Yes, I literally remember that night. I remember at the top I was wearing everything. Yes.
That's hysterical. Lauren, literally, whenever your name gets brought up, she's like, she's got the best boobs I've ever
No,
seen.
and we've talked about this on episodes. Like I have always like wanted more boobs, so I just like appreciate someone who's honest about it. I love
Yes.
it.
There's no reason to hide it. Yeah, I embrace
Agreed.
it. It's like, who cares at this point? But yeah, plastic surgery, I love talking about it. I'll say what size I got, just anything, answer all the questions.
Yeah.
And like kind of, because I got them done when it was the day after my 20th birthday. So I was barely 20, basically 19 when I got them done. But yeah,
Wow.
So did your TikTok start blowing up like immediately after that? Did you like pick up on it?
Yeah,
Like,
so each TikTok got more and more, kind of, and especially after I answered the questions about whether they're real or not, everyone just kept coming back. And I guess the algorithm, like once you like one person's TikTok, like the next one will pop up. So yeah, each TikTok just kept blowing up after that. I don't know how, but here I am.
Wow. And we were talking about before this that your TikTok keeps getting deleted or banned? Like, what is going on?
rude.
TikTok, yeah, they're evil. So basically, they have their guidelines, and definitely respect wanting to keep it safe, but they were saying that I was violating the guidelines. But most of my content is just me awkwardly standing. So I would, have you guys seen them? I would stand in my bikini, and like that was it. I wasn't, shaking my ass. Are we allowed to cuss?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, trust me.
I wasn't
Are we allowed to cuss? Yes, trust me, girl. Yes.
Let her rip.
Okay, yeah, so I wasn't shaking my ass. I wasn't, doing these fun dances. I've seen tons of girls, like twerking in bikinis. But yeah, I was just awkwardly sitting there in my bikini, and it just kept getting flagged. Just too much nudity. Which, compared to other platforms, we're all familiar with Instagram. That's the place to like flex. I just don't get why TikTok is just so behind in that aspect. But yeah, so my TikTok kept getting banned. I made another one. started getting some, I think I was up to like 150K maybe, and just deleted again. Like, yeah, it's just, so now I'm just kind of stuck rebuilding every time.
Yeah.
But now I have this little Instagram following, which is fun. So I could always, get the Insta followers to follow the TikTok.
Yeah.
So when that kept getting deleted, were you like, okay, I'm just going to focus more so on my Instagram and building, like, then did you get into OnlyFans from there? Or are you kind of focusing on that more so now?
Yeah. So how OnlyFans got involved. Basically, when I was like the biggest on TikTok, people kept commenting, why are you doing this for free? And I took it as a joke. People always comment that, like, free content, like, this is great, But I got to thinking, I did some research, and I was looking at these other girls that, were posting the same kind of stuff that I was posting. And eventually I found out that they all do have OnlyFans. So I was like, let's just see. I did some research. I was looking at my favorite Insta models. They all, if you click the link in their bio, their link tree, it's all like exclusive content. And, I never did that before. So I was just researching the people who I kind of were looking up to. Sounds weird because looking up to these OnlyFans models, but they all were doing it. So I was like, okay, so I kind of gave my sister the idea at first. This was, I remember it was April Fool's Day. It was April 1st, and I told my sister, I remember, I was like, it's not an April Fool's joke, BTW. Like, I didn't think that she would think so. But I remember it was April 1st. So, yeah, April 1st is when I started my OnlyFans, and I went on spring break probably like 2 weeks before. So, within those 2 weeks, I made the decision to start an OnlyFans.
Wow. Were you, like, nervous? Like, what was your first post?
On OnlyFans?
Yeah.
What was it?
Were you scared? Like, did you research or anything? Like, I don't know.
So, I looked up all the tea. So my favorite OnlyFans girls, you might have seen them on Instagram. Their names are Matilda. There's like 2 twin sisters. They're from Paris, but I like loved them. So I I subscribed to their OnlyFans, did the research, and I just kind of got inspiration from other girls.
Yeah.
Photos at first. So I guess actually going back, the only thing stopping me was my mom and what she was going to think about it. I didn't even care about anyone in my hometown. Like, no one was going to be surprised. Even my friend was like, Taylor, no one's surprised that you have an OnlyFans. I mean that in the best way possible. Like, look what you post on Instagram.
Yeah.
So it was all about, like, my mom. And I made her the promise when I first started it that it was just going to be, like, lingerie, bikini. Not going to show any more than that.
Yeah.
She, like, agreed. She's always been so supportive. So, yeah, my first post, it was, like, me in lingerie on my bed. Just, like, it was very, like, I wouldn't say PG-13, but not, like, X-rated.
Yeah.
No nude.
Yeah.
At first.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And so
At first.
oh
my God. Wow.
So okay, 2 things that I wanna talk about. Just for anyone who doesn't know, so we have subscribed and we've played around on OnlyFans.
We did. Oh no, this morning we had a lot of fun.
Thanks.
We did this morning, and like you should have seen Lauren and I's face. We're like, oh my God, wow, this is wild. Like this is a whole nother world.
We haven't seen the juicy stuff.
I know. We need to send you a message.
Yes. Did you? Okay, I just sent out a message on my way here. Did you guys get it?
I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't even looked at the
I'm
email.
sure you guys looked. Okay, so basically, when this is kind of, I wouldn't say. Okay, so when you subscribe, you pay the $14.99.
Yeah.
OnlyFans gets a little percentage of that. I get like $11. They get $3.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's how that works. And once the whoever subscribes, they get to see, like my post, my feed, and my feed is kind of like a sneak peek into the messages.
Oh.
So you might have gotten the welcome message.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Thanks for subscribing, and you had to pay extra for me topless.
Oh.
So that's where you get the real cash, is through messages.
Oh my God.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's
people
what
are
we were-
messaging, like, do people just message you and be like, hey, like, I'd like to see this kind of picture or something, and then they can pay more?
So that's what we call a custom. So you could like offer customs. If a guy wants me in like a pink lingerie and he wants me to strip in just pink, he like loves pink, then I'll just be like an extra. But mostly I send out like daily messages I mean, there's at one point I was sending probably like 4 or 5 out a day of me, you know,
Wow.
videos of me stripping. And like I said, at first I started out me being just lingerie. I think it took like 3 days for me to text my mom and be like, hey, like, I'm sorry, Mom. Like, we're going to have
broke
to go
the
a
promise.
step further.
So like you realized quickly, like did you realize like was it the
Yeah.
money that you were like, yo, mama, I gotta
Yes.
get on board?
The first night, it's so funny. The first night I woke up with, it was like $700. And at the time, I was like, oh my gosh, my rent's paid like one night. This is crazy. So yeah, throughout those few days, I just kind of broke the news to my mom. I was like, Mom, like, please. And she was like, okay, but like, we're not going to tell your father.
Done deal.
I was, like, my dad, still to this day, he's not going to watch this. So to this day, my dad thinks it's like strictly just me posting bikinis.
Wow.
He doesn't
Wow.
need to know. He doesn't want to know more. You know, like it's just. But yeah. So basically, yeah, how it works when you subscribe, you get the content. Obviously, stuff I don't post on Instagram. I'm like very. It's just like G-strings, basically me nude.
Yeah.
But yeah, just kind of nipples covered, or I'm like covering my hands. You know, you get like the sneak peek, and then in messages, I'll send daily actual nudes of me. You know, stripping.
Wow.
I've done like rubbing lube on myself, like the oils, getting really like down to business.
I'm like so curious what my face looks like right now.
Oh my God.
Like,
Yeah.
Like-
it's like the best part is I keep telling myself like it's just boobs.
Right.
Yeah.
You could turn on Netflix and see boobs, you know. You could go
True.
obviously on the internet and Google boobs. Everyone has boobs. But I think the best part is people like just like the personal. I love chatting. I do like chatting with them. You know, I know like what a lot of them do. I ask like where they're from. You know, I just like chatting. Like they're giving me money. I'm like, yeah, I'll be like nice to you. Just,
Yeah.
just a little conversation. Like who cares? Like thanks. You know?
yeah.
That is so interesting. Like I feel like maybe there's like a stigma around it that like all these people that are messaging you are like total like weirdos, you know?
Yeah.
But there's definitely some.
For sure.
Definitely some weirdos out
There's
there.
definitely some, but oh my god, so for some reason they love to like send me photos of them. They're like, hey, like this is me. They'll send them like a pic of me, and I look and they're like just like 26, you know. I'm like, okay, like, thanks. Like I don't know, they like just love to send me pictures back, I guess.
Oh, so they can send you pictures back.
But I have to like approve. It'll send it like blurry.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So yeah, it'll send it blurry, and like if a guy says, "Hey, just want to let you know I'm not a creepy old dude," I'll like actually click on it. If he's like just this cute guy from like Charlotte, I don't
Yeah.
know, you know,
Yeah.
they'll tell me like if they're not like that creepy, because I guess they want me to talk to them more. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like,
So we were saying earlier, do you have like regulars?
yes, I
You
do.
do?
I do.
Oh my God.
I do.
How does this work?
Yeah, I like remember their names, like, cause they'll like resub. If a guy, I think I was out on Saturday night. My friends, they like eat this shit up. They like love it when we're out. They're like, oh my god, like send something. So I said like a night out, like spoil me ? And they'll just send me like $100.
What?
And like so like those are the ones that I'll remember because I'm like, okay, that guy like got our drinks for the night. You know, so I'll remember. I have like names like I could think of in my head of like the regulars.
Wow.
But yeah, there's some OGs on there.
Oh
we
my
are
God.
we are doing this wrong, Lauren. We are doing this wrong.
Look, I asked Jamie, I was like, Jamie, if I get on OnlyFans, can you like be my photographer? She said no.
Really?
Okay,
My,
she said
my
no.
best friend took pictures of me.
We were wondering who your like photographer,
Okay.
videographer was.
Okay, well, most of it is me.
Uh-huh.
I think, I guess my sister did a couple times, maybe. Did she? I'm thinking of something else. But yeah,
Wow.
my best friend, she goes to SCAD, love her. One day, it was like after class, we just went back to my room and she took some pics for me. And it wasn't awkward or anything, but like halfway through, we were like, maybe we should play some music. It was like silent. I was on my bed, you know, posing.
Yeah.
So we like turn on some like rap. We're like, okay, like this is the vibe. There we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, my friends, yeah, they love it. They're all so supportive.
That is
Everyone.
amazing.
Okay.
You go ahead. Well, I just have a question like about the content. So like
Okay.
you were talking about, you know, like the lube and stuff. Like, do you feel like you've always like been like into like sexy things like that, or is that something that like you've had to like learn as you've gone into
Okay,
this?
Yeah, so I feel like before this, I feel like a lot of people now think I like not the sex symbol, but like, you know, I have tons of sex. Like these guys on here think that I'm like fucking dudes left and right. You know, I remember when I was like on that vacation this summer, they were like, yeah, like go out and fuck some dudes. You deserve it. I'm like, what? They think I'm just this like, I don't know, super sexual person, which I guess I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to send nudes to like my ex a lot. So I guess I got practice.
Yeah.
We were like distant, so I got some practice there.
Yeah. Practice makes perfect.
To that
I
awful
guess.
kid, but thanks for teaching me.
We'll talk. Yeah. Okay.
Thanks for teaching me how to take nudes. But yeah, you know what? Yeah, I've always been into it.
Yeah.
Let's just say it. Yeah,
I love it.
Thank you.
Like what I was just about to say is when Lauren was like, Jamie said she wouldn't take pictures for me. Like I've definitely helped my friends take like scandalous pictures
girls
before.
love doing that.
I'm just so awkward. Like it's a running joke that I can't even talk about myself being sexual. So
really?
like for me, like so for me, like I like applaud you that you can do that. Like was it ever uncomfortable, or were you always just like kind of like what you were just saying, but starting in the beginning, were you nervous?
Like taking them and sending them out?
I guess, yeah.
No.
She's like, no, I'm good.
No,
That's great.
I know, I wasn't. I think, so I guess after I got my boob job, I told myself I wasn't getting a boob job to, you know, flex. I don't know, you know, but eventually I did start posting a lot on Instagram. I was posting very revealing things, and I don't know, I like loved the hype, whatever. So I guess that kind of helped me as well, kind of posting it publicly.
For sure.
Obviously now I post way more than I did before, like revealing myself. But yeah, it always came kind of natural.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, one of my best friends from home, again, so lucky, everyone's so supportive. She told me, because I was like, I guess like it may be kind of weird when I go home now, guys at the bar, like I'm sure tons of them, not tons, but I know some of them have subscribed. I'm like, it is gonna be kind of weird running into my hometown friends. They've seen me naked, but at some point my best friend was like, Taylor, literally no one's gonna be surprised that you have an OnlyFans. Just look the way I act, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, it all came super natural.
And
wow,
so
that's so good.
That's like the perfect segue. We did want to know like about dating.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. We have a bunch of questions. Like, do you, when you go on a date with someone, like, do you disclose your OnlyFans up front? Do people like want to date you via OnlyFans? Like, what does your dating life look like?
Okay. Yeah, I love this question. I feel like it really is a whole new world.
Yeah.
So I've only talked to like one guy seriously since doing OnlyFans.
Okay.
I guess me and him started talking November of last year, and we were like on and off, like kind of got super serious, but he ended up moving anyways. So like we never dated, but he was the only guy who I've like talked to seriously while doing it. And I feel like he kind of set the bar high for how I want my boyfriend to react. I remember, so he knew me way before I even started it. And I started in April, and like 2 weeks after, I felt so guilty. I was like, I mean, we're not dating, but I was like, I mean, it is kind of cheating, sending nude photos of yourself to, you know, men. But again, I'm like getting money from it. It's like a job, you know?
Yeah.
So it was all like a new world for me. I was like talking to all my friends about it. I'm like, and I was so nervous he was like going to find out from like one of his friends or like just like people in Savannah. You know, this town is so small.
Yeah.
So eventually I like told him one night, it was so random. I like bought him like a chicken sandwich or something. And he was like, why did you just like buy me food? Like, why did you like, you know? And I was like, oh, like I've been kind of like making some money. And he was like, okay. And then he like just brought it up later that night. And then he was like, how much? And I was like $22,000.
Oh my God.
At this point, this was like the second week I started it. Like I said. So yeah, I made like that much within like 2 weeks.
Wow.
And he had the same reaction. I remember we were in the car. He was like, $22,000. He was like, what are you doing? Like, how'd you get that? Like, what? He was like freaking out. And eventually I was like, I kind of like started OnlyFans, and he thought it was like the sexiest thing ever. He was like, yeah, he was like so supportive, just like so nice. And, you know, now, since like we stopped talking, I have like gone on like dates and stuff, and just guys are just like creepy and weird. A lot of, you know, my exes came back into my life. I mean, I've only had one ex, but like my other situationships, my failed talking stages, all the guys kind of like came back into my life.
Yeah.
One even asked me like to film, and he like really wanted money from me. Like he wanted to make content, and like wanted money from me. Yeah, so it really is like a whole new world. It really is.
Wow.
Yeah, so dating, I also went on like one first date, from Hinge. Never doing that again. That's literally my only Hinge date, one and done. But so he saw on my Instagram that I had like OnlyFans, whatever, without me even bringing it up. He's like, yeah, like I could never actually like date a girl who did OnlyFans. I'm like,
Oh,
I didn't ask. Like, I did not ask. Like, thank you for telling me. There are a lot of other red flags on that first date, but thanks for telling me. So yeah, I like never talked to that guy again. And like other things, guys, little guys that I met at the bar or something, they'll follow me on Instagram and eventually we'll start like snapping or something. One guy like sent me a photo, like a mirror pic of him like shirtless. It was like an audition and he was like, would this be good on your OnlyFans?
oh my
I was
God.
like, what is happening? I was like, unfriend, like what is happening to me? Like these men just
Off the rocker.
they're like literally auditioning to be on my OnlyFans. I'm like, what is happening? Like this isn't my thing.
We need headshots, resumes, everything ASAP.
We like really want to get in on this content. And I do guys like that? I have no idea. Like I said, this is a whole new world for me.
Wow.
But yeah, the only successful, was that serious guy I was like talking to. He just had like the best reaction. He never like asked to see. He wasn't like super weird about it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, he just thought it was like hot that, I was, a ton of these guys could like see me.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys are weird. They like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like I could have her, but you guys can't. I guess he just like
Yeah.
thought it was sexy.
I love that.
Yeah, so that's like hopefully like what I expect, from the next guy.
Yeah.
So do people, like when you're chatting on OnlyFans, like do people ever use that as like a dating app in a way? Like if you're chatting with someone,
Yeah.
would you ever meet up with one of those people or
Yeah,
is it more
they-
so just like conversation?
Yeah, so they ask. A lot of guys ask like, yo, come down to Florida. I got a boat. I'm like, I'm not going to do that.
Cool.
Thank you. So yeah, they ask like all the time, like, come to this, come to that. I'll fly you here. I'll fly you there. And I'm like, realistically, I guess it could be fun, but like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not going to just have sex with you. Like
Yeah.
once again, I feel like now I'm kind of set in this light that, of course I'm a sexual person. I have OnlyFans, but now I'm in this light that I'm easy.
Right.
Like, I don't respect myself. Like, I'll do whatever for sex. So I guess that's another kind of part of my life that I have to get used to, I guess, which is kind of sad. But yeah, even like these other random guys on Hinge are like, oh, like, see, you have an OnlyFans. Just like I can't meet anyone online because they just go to my Instagram and see it. Yeah, hopefully one day it happens, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I saw an Instagram story that you posted a couple weeks ago, and you were like having people ask you questions, and
Yes.
someone was like, "What is your full-time job?" And you were like, "OnlyFans."
Dead ass.
Yeah, and so I was wondering,
Yeah.
like, do you think it's hard to get people to take that as a job? Like, do you think it's hard for people to take it seriously? Or do you think people are pretty cool about it?
No, I mean, I think before I did OnlyFans, I didn't take it
Yeah.
seriously. If I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I don't think I realized how much money you can make from it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely hope people will take it more seriously. Even like, it's just funny. My family now, they just see it as my like full-time job, and they're again so like cool about it at this point. They don't care. So yeah, I hope people see it as a full-time thing because it did take me, like, I didn't believe it at first.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Okay, we want to ask about the money. Like,
Yeah.
and we talked about this a little bit before, but can you tell us like around about how much you make?
Yeah, so I've made over 6 figures since April. So how many months is that? April, June, July, August. It's 5 months?
That's
Yeah,
like
6 figures. Over
years of my former
Yeah.
full-time job. That's a
Like-
job. Like,
right? And like that's why it's like so hard for me to care what people are thinking.
yeah.
You know, because I'm like, I got to do all these cool things. Like with my money, I bought a new car.
Yeah.
I had this old beat up 2009 Pontiac, which my dad, I'm so grateful, he got me that in like high school. So I've been driving the same car from high school. I finally got my own car. I was able to travel Europe by myself this summer. I was in Europe for like a month. I've been able to do all these cool things that I just would have never been able to do before.
Wow.
To go off the full-time job, can we bring up what you were telling us about your professor? earlier?
Sure.
What he was saying, because I just think this is so interesting, because
Yeah.
I love the fact that you were like, I don't know why people would think that I want a degree. Like, I want to like finish out school. I want my degree. Like, you're a smart girl. Like, you're still doing your thing, you know?
Thank
And
you.
tell a little bit about what your professor said to you.
I'm okay. Guys, this is a good story. So I had my first day of class, since kind of blowing up, whatever you want to call it. Growing on Instagram and TikTok. So I walk into class. This was last Tuesday, exactly a week ago. And my professor, before he even he doesn't even say like, "Hey guys, welcome in." He like comes up to our table. Everyone's listening, and he's like, "Taylor, like you've blown up over the summer. Like congrats." I'm like, "Oh, like not really, but like thank you." You know, like trying to be humble. Like, no. I'm like, "Thanks." And then he's like, "Why are you here?" And I literally was like, I froze. I was like, "Oh, like I still need like to graduate." And then he's like, "Yeah, isn't this like your 6th year?" I know. And like I said, I did transfer to SCAD. So like once you transfer, I transferred after like my sophomore year. So I really had to start over once I transferred to SCAD. And I was like, yeah, like I still like want my degree. I like need to finish, you know, I've lasted this long. And yeah, it just like really was just taking me back. I was like, are you kidding me? And he, of course it was a male. And I mean, I'm not sure if he knows the exclusive content that I've been putting out there, but either way, I'm like, also the whole class was listening. I'm like, don't expose me.
Yeah.
Right.
He's like, why are you here? I'm like, I don't know, because I'm a woman. I want a degree.
Yeah.
And education. Like, what do you mean? And maybe he meant like, you've kind of, is that your goal? Like you've made your goal. Like, why are you still in school? Who knows? But I ran and told all my friends. They were like, that's so fucked up. Yeah.
Right.
He exposed me in front of everyone. It was so awkward, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like, just because you're on OnlyFans doesn't mean you can't have a college degree. Like,
And
right.
also, there's like a time and place. Like, I still to this day, because he was like, yeah, he was like, I see you guys all the time, because my major is social strategy and management. So I knew that he followed my old Instagram. I didn't know that he even followed my new Instagram. So after class, I remember or during break, my friends were like, do you think that he's like seen? I was like, I don't know. And like, I kind of don't care.
Yeah.
But again, don't bring it into like the school setting and embarrass me. Because obviously all my friends, I have a very small class. It's like 13 of us, if that. So they were all like follow each other. They all know I did OnlyFans. They love it. So they all knew like what he was talking about. And it was just like weird.
Just a weird thing to say. And also, like, isn't there a whole saying about good business people have like multiple things going on? So like, why would you not finish your degree?
Yes,
That's smart.
exactly. I need to. Yeah, my mother would not let me. Oh my God, yeah. That's probably another thing that I promised her. I forget if I did, but I definitely said like, I'm just gonna stay in school, Mom, if I do this.
Wow. So we had kind of talked about that we've known a couple people who have like a secret OnlyFans, like that they don't promote and stuff. And so I kind of wanted to get your thoughts on that. And like, do you think that you promoting it so openly has helped with how much money you've made?
Definitely. I think not only the money, but my confidence about it. So the way that I looked at it, I told a lot of people this, if I, was secretive about it, people would be like, oh my gosh, Taylor has an OnlyFans, like that's just embarrassing. So instead, I kind of made it this awesome thing. I said to my friends, oh my God, guys, guess what I started? Like, guess what I did? And, if I don't make it embarrassing, then it's just not embarrassing at all. I kind of was the one to tell people. I didn't want people to find out secretly. I wanted to, embrace it, post it on my Insta, make it like whatever. This is what I'm doing now. Subscribe if you want. Subscribe. Like,
Please do.
I love that you're like taking the power back so other people
exactly.
Yeah.
If you make it weird, then it's weird. I don't think I made it weird. I was only worried about, like I said, like my mom and my family, but they're so funny about it. Even like my aunts and uncles, I like warn them. It's like, guys, if my boobs get leaked, like hide your eyes. They're all like laughing, like they don't give a shit. Like they think it's awesome how much money I've been making. So.
You can't argue with that.
Well, we were talking about that earlier. Like, do you get a notification if someone are people like taking screenshots of your content?
Yeah, sometimes I don't get a notification. I want to like never check. People have told me, like it's gonna leak one day, and my thoughts on it. Well, like I hope people think I look good.
Yeah,
that's all I'm thinking. Like I don't care. Like I'm putting it out there. Like who cares if it gets leaked? I'm just looking at it like if my random gross kids from high school see this, I hope they think I look good. Like who cares?
I love that.
Thank you. I'm trying not to like be embarrassing about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just how I look at it. And yeah, definitely not secretive. I think it definitely also has helped me get the subscribers. I mean, the other day, you guys probably saw, I posted super revealing photo on my Instagram story with like the link to like subscribe, you know, just by posting one Instagram story. I got maybe like over 50 new subscribers, and adding up, that just like pays my rent.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just for like one Insta story. And one of my friends swiped up and she was like, oh my gosh, Taylor. Like, cause I guess they're just not used to seeing it. And maybe they just like forget that like it is my job now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is like, I guess, an adjustment. I'm sure I've lost so many followers of people from like, you know, home or like college who don't really know me. They're like, who's this girl posting her titties on Instagram? Like, I want to unfollow her. So I understand, like, you don't have to. But yeah, it was definitely not a secret. Want to get it all out there.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love that you have that approach, though. It's the same
Thank
thing
you.
about like your plastic surgery and everything. Like, I love that
Yeah.
you're like open about that stuff.
Yeah, it's weird if you're secretive about it. It's like so weird to me.
Yeah.
I know some Insta models, there's like one celebrity who like will not admit any plastic surgery. And I'm like,
It's J-Lo.
I was going to say, I think that
Yeah.
is J-Lo.
is it J-Lo?
Yeah.
Probably.
And maybe she hasn't, but come on.
I don't know. I just feel like people can.
You know how many
can
women have fake boobs? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I get it. I was like basically 19 when I got mine. But yeah, a lot of people get them after like they have babies. It's just like so normal. I didn't realize how normal it was.
Yeah.
And I guess just being 19, being able to, you know, buy a boob job was just different.
Yeah.
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 Oh my God. What is the best thing about OnlyFans? And what's the worst thing? Maybe start with the worst so we can end on like a high note.
Okay. The worst, I'd say just guys are just so like icky, disrespectful. You know, they'll just say super inappropriate things. Like they'll send me videos of them like jacking off.
I know. Like, we don't want it.
Exactly. They'll just take that as an invitation. They think that that I'm like. Okay, so I forget if I already explained this, but every day I'll send like these messages, and they are very inappropriate. Like I'll make a really cringy caption, use like the wet emoji, the eggplant emoji, super cringy, something that I would never in a million years actually send to someone.
We were wondering about that.
Did you see the captions?
Well, we were saying honestly, like
so
we were
funny.
going back in
They're
the
so
timeline,
funny.
and we were just like, "Wow, she's gotten more creative with the captions. She's using like the kitty cat emoji and like."
Yes.
I'm proud of you. You go.
Oh my
Like,
God.
do
No,
your thing.
it's hilarious. And that's why it's so funny because like me and my sister will just die at like the things that I'm saying. What's an example? Like, oh my God. I don't. They're just so cringe. And like, it's just, they just take it really serious. So like, oh yeah, like they take it so serious. And meanwhile, I'm behind the camera. Like me and my friends will like want to help me write one. One time, I never used the word juicy to describe like my titties, but now that's my favorite word. To be like me rubbing my juicy titties, like wet emoji, like cherry emoji, and they're like yes, like they eat it up. It's just so funny. It's like
That's
hilarious.
amazing.
Wait, I'm dead.
It's
On one of
hilarious.
your posts, like we were like, let's read the comments. Some fucking guy named Brad like commented and
scared.
was like, love this. Like Brad, shut the fuck up.
Yo.
Like,
Yeah, that's Brad. That's Brad. I know who you're talking about.
The regulars.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes, the regulars. They love it. Like, they love it. So basically, when I send those messages, they just take it so personal.
Oh my God.
Like, yeah, baby. Like, that's right. Like, I know. Like, just, and I'm like, I'm not really, like, thank you, you know, because I am so appreciative when they buy.
Yeah.
Because usually, if some kid, also, yeah, people will always be like, I'm using my mom's credit card to buy this.
no,
Like
don't tell me
that's
that.
gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's the worst part. I don't want to know that.
Yeah.
Like ew. But where were they going with that? Oh no, I lost my train of thought.
Oh, no. Hey, that's okay. We'll get it back.
Yeah.
Wait, that's kind of like weird. Why would they say that? Do they think
I
that's
don't-
gonna like turn you on? Or something?
I literally don't know. Like I don't know. Oh wait, I know what I was gonna say. So these kind of people who can't really afford it, so they just want to subscribe to subscribe. I don't really chat back if they don't buy the content. You know, you got to give me something if you want me to answer. So if, you know, if everyone's buying my stuff, if they pay the extra, you know, 24 to see my actual nipple and like videos of me stripping, then yeah, I'm going to like talk back to you. Cause like, oh, like, thanks. I'll say like, thank you with like heart and like ask how their day is. Just like little things like that where I'll actually like kind of get to know them. I'm grateful. I'm appreciative.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a lot of other OnlyFans models who don't even have access to their OnlyFans. It's all fake. Not fake. It's just other people, like a management writing their captions for them. Their management answering their DMs and like chats and stuff. But yeah, it's just me. One woman show.
Okay, what is like, is there a like not normal amount? I'm trying to think of like the word
Average?
Yeah, thank you.
Average.
Good Lord. The average amount that someone spends with you, or like how much is the most that someone spent with you? Do you know?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good, I could look.
Oh my God.
Do it.
You want me to look?
Yeah,
Sure.
Kinda.
Sure.
So yeah, OnlyFans, well, one thing, it's not an app. I have to go in Safari every time I go to OnlyFans.
It's not an app.
I know, but like, I don't think like Pornhub's an app, you know? So I'm thinking like, is that why? I'm not sure.
Are
really
people
not sure.
like having sex on OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Oh,
They
wow.
are.
Oh, that's another thing. Boy girl content.
Is that what the BG means?
Oh my God.
We were all trying to figure out.
You know what I thought it was? I'm looking at it and I'm like, what's BG? Booty gripping?
Oh no. Oh no. Booty gripping. I'm dead.
And Lauren goes, no, there's a BG one right up there.
Wait, that's
Oh
so
my
funny.
God.
That's so funny.
Oh my God. So is that something that you would do?
I mean, like I said earlier, guys, like my ex, I didn't even date this kid actually. He's
Yeah.
not even my ex. Came back, started talking to me again, and eventually I think he was just like, so like, would you like, if you ever need a partner to make some content with, like let me know. And you know, this guy, I had a really bad attachment to him. So it was just his taking advantage of me completely. He like really wanted to do it. And we did like hang out, but I was like, ew, I'm like cringed out, like go home. Like it was just like so weird. I'm like, is this what it's like come to hang out with you? You need me to make content? It was just like so weird. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it really is a whole new world.
Is that the ex that has subscribed to you that has a new girlfriend that you were telling me about?
No. There's so many. No, I'm kidding. What? No, that's my high school boyfriend. So wait, this is like the best story I can tell.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I only dated this guy for like 6 months in high school. I have not had a boyfriend since. I've been single basically the past 5-6 years. So yeah, my only boyfriend. Me and him were super toxic afterwards for like 3 years after we still was a like situationship. You know, we would hook up, would never date me again, would leave me on, made me think that I was going to date him again. You know, we just kept in touch for 3 years. It was horrible, so toxic. Anyways, so yeah, we ended on super bad terms, had each other blocked for a very long time, for like a year, I guess. His girlfriend already didn't like me because I was the first love. You know, it was it sounds so stupid. It's just so much in the past. But one night I'll never forget, I was at Savoy. And which is a bar in Savannah, if you're listening. And eventually this guy like replies to one of my messages that, you know, I sent to everyone. And again, he took it personal. And I said something like, the message was inappropriate, of course. And it said like, wish I could see like your cock, or like, ew, it was like so stupid. Like, anyways, so he responds like, he was like, I would send you a picture, but I think you'd recognize it. And
Oh my
I'm like, immediately, I'm like, okay, I could count on my hand, like, how many guys that is. Like I said earlier, it's not like I'm sleeping with the entire town. I'm like, who the fuck is this? I'm like, so, like, grossed out. I'm like, no way. I'm like, narrow. Oh my God. Narrowing.
We do this all the time.
I literally can't speak English on this podcast half the time. So, girl,
Narrowing it down?
Narrowing.
Narrowing it down. Yeah. I'm narrowing it down to who it could be. And I'm going to be honest, it probably was only like 3 or 4 dudes. I'm like, okay, who is this?
Yeah.
This is insane. This is funny. I go on LinkedIn. This is the only thing where we're not blocked. And I message him on LinkedIn. This is like so toxic, guys. Like, I don't recommend this to anyone. Please do not ever text your ex on LinkedIn. It's not a good idea. Anyways, so I went on LinkedIn and I'm like, I am like saying his full name. I'm like, did you just subscribe to my OnlyFans? And he's like, what? Like, no. So then I'm embarrassed. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I just reached out to this guy thinking that he subscribed to my OnlyFans. He's probably so confused, you know? Eventually we just like chat back and forth, whatever. An hour goes by and he's like, Tay. I'm like, what? He goes, it was me. And I was like, I was like kind of dumb because I was drunk. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, the thing earlier. I was like, oh, so it's you, like you're subscribed? He's like, yeah. And I FaceTime my sister. I'm screaming. I'm like, no fucking way. No way this shit is happening. Like, one, I think it's hilarious. Two, I'm like, yeah, he has a girlfriend. So, this kid was in my life for so long. He was like so close to me at one point, you know.
Yeah.
So I did kind of go along with it for a little bit. But after, a couple weeks, I was like, this is disgusting. You're making me feel gross. He's, you know, like replying to me and just like fully subscribing, seeing all my nudes. Like,
oh my God.
Just being a total shithead of a guy.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was making me feel grossed out. And I told all my friends from home. I was telling everyone. I was not keeping it a secret. I was like, guess who subscribed? Like, everyone is dying, eating it up that my high school boyfriend subscribed. And they're like, okay, Taylor, like, for real, like, you need to tell the girlfriend. And that's just, like, so uncomfortable for me. And I'm like, is it, I don't know, everyone has their opinions. I'm like, is it my place? I'm like, well, whose place is it? Like, should I just block? And like, oh, well, I did block him. But then he, like, came back. Oh, he was also using an anonymous name. So that's how I had no idea. It wasn't, like, his name. It was, like, a random ass name.
Oh, my God.
Like, and he was subscribed for, like, weeks without me knowing. It was, like weeks. He was seeing all this stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. So, basically, I told the girlfriend. And it was a very mature conversation. You know, I didn't really know how to say it. But, yeah, I said, like, I hope this isn't malicious because, I mean, there was a time where he was talking to both of us at the same time. It was super messy. Okay. So there was already, like, kind of sensitive there. Shorty like kind of knew of me. But yeah, it was very, very mature conversation. I sent her all the receipts. He was even like kind of like talking shit about her. Like I was over OnlyFans. I was like, this is so gross. So yeah, I told her and she's still with him.
Girl. That is so embarrassing.
So yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's still with him. So I hope they're happy. That's disgusting. That's like so disgusting. Men are awful.
It's also so weird that he hid it from you. Like,
I know. I thought, guys, I was like, so, okay. So yeah, I did think it was funny. But then my school friends, because they've never met him before. He's from home. So they just look at it differently than like my home friends. We all thought it was hilarious. It was so funny. But my school friends are like, Taylor, like, that's kind of really creepy.
Yeah.
He's like stalking you and like seeing your nudes without you knowing. Like, that's weird.
Yeah.
Like, wait, you're kind of right. Because this was the guy I told you earlier taught me how to send nudes. Like,
Oh, okay.
so like I was so not like grossed out, you know, that he was seeing it. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, eventually it all was just too weird for me. It did not last long, and I told the girlfriend, and they're still happy together.
Damn.
Good for them.
Good for them.
Hey, well,
Yeah,
good for them and good for you with your OnlyFans.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. Like, bye, get out of here.
Yeah.
Like, you're kind of grossing me out.
Oh my God.
Wow.
So how many hours do you think a day or a week, however, you spend making content? Like, is it, I mean, obviously I can imagine it's like 40 hours, but is it like 40 hours including the talking? Like, is it a full time?
No.
Really? That's what I like, just want to know, like, your day to
No,
day.
it's like, well, there'll be some days where I'll take like the week's worth of content. You know,
Yeah.
I'll look good. I'll feel good one day. I'll take like so much. I'll take videos. I'll take pics. I'll do all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then there are other times where I'll just like take it like live, real time. That's what they say. Yeah. I'll take it real time and then just like send it out. But no, I'm super casual about it. If I'm like lazy in bed in the morning, I'll just like pop a quick pic, send it to my OnlyFans.
Wow.
Like, hey guys,
love
good morning. Like,
So
and then
that
that's it
automatically
for the day.
goes out to all your subscribers when you
Yes.
send them like a message.
Yeah, like a mass
And
message.
you set the price on that, or is
Yep.
it always a price?
Yep,
Like,
I'll set the price. And it's kind of gotten to like a stage now where it's like if the guy has already paid $20 to see my nipples, he's not going to want to pay like 20 more to see the same kind of thing, you know? So, you know, I have to like spice it up, do something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't take that much time, honestly.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, like a day whenever you're just like feeling yourself so hard, you just take a bunch of like cute pics of yourself. That sounds like fun.
And I think they're cute. Like I know some people, who saw it? Some guy who saw it. So weird. One of my friends showed a guy that he's friends with. He was like, no, like he's cool. Like he could see. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. It's gotten to that point where I'm like, who cares? But so he's like looking through it. He's like, wow, like these are really classy. Like, thank you. He's like, this is nice. Like they're, it's not like raunchy.
Yeah.
I put my little filters on it. I adjust the lighting. Wear my cute lingerie.
Lauren literally said that. She was like, she's got the cutest lingerie. I'm like,
Thank
damn,
you.
yeah,
So
she
much.
does.
Do you have like a lingerie partnership with anyone?
I would love to.
You should.
Yeah, help me. Oh my god, I would love to. I always wear lounge underwear. I know for Love and Lemons, that's a really big one. That would take a lot of, that's a big partner. But yeah, they have really cute stuff. Obviously Victoria's Secret, I wear a lot of that.
Wow. I have no lingerie, so I need to invest in some.
I didn't before this, honestly. And I never had a fun like lingerie experience.
Yeah.
I've never have.
Wow.
Oh my god, you're making me want to get boobs.
Do it.
So bad.
Do it.
Was
Oh
it
my
like the
God.
best thing you ever did?
I say that all the time. I'll always, like when I'm talking to my friends, I'm like, wait guys, like besides my boob job, this was like the most fun thing I've ever done. Like that's like, always like this was the best night of my life. I mean, other than my boob job. Like I
It
always
was just like top tier.
Yes, I would say like I'm joking. Obviously I'm joking, but I was talking about like my wedding. I was like, comparing it to my wedding. Like I'm dead. But yeah, it was like the best thing ever. And a lot of people, I got a lot of comments being like, oh, daddy's money. I'm like, I paid for it all on my own.
Wow.
Yeah, I nannied my whole sophomore year of college. It's so funny. These moms had no idea what their money was going towards. But yeah, I saved like $1,000 for like a down payment on them. And then I booked the appointment. I put $1,000 down, and then per month, I like paid them off per month. It was kind of, I always say it's like a car payment, but I didn't have a car payment, so I used my boob payment.
I love
Paid them
it.
off.
And if that's something you like need to do for yourself, then do it.
Yes, yeah. My parents did not help. They, of course, they so supported. And I know a lot of people are like, "What's your dad gonna say?" But my dad, he's never ever was one to like comment on what I was wearing. He would never ever look at me and be like, "Your shorts are too short." I don't know. I grew up very like accepting, welcoming, could wear whatever I want. My mom took me to get like my belly button pierced when I was 13. Like we were all just super accepting of one another. So yeah, they would never like say anything bad about it.
See, that's so good, and I'm sure that like helps with any negative energy that comes your way. You're like, I don't need this.
Yeah, not at all. And I'll like block people on OnlyFans. If guys are like assholes, they'll be like, not worth it. I'm like, okay, bye. I don't need your $11. Bye.
She goes,
Loser.
okay, bye.
Like, block.
Oh my
And then they'll go on Instagram and be like, why did you block me? I'm like, I'm blocked on Instagram too.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up.
Oh my God. How many subscribers do you have? Do you know?
I think like
Asking all these like,
1,100.
number questions. Wow.
Wow.
But the most since I've been banned on TikTok, I hate them. It's definitely dropped since TikTok because like I usually got the subscribers from TikTok, but now that I don't have like that platform, but now I'm also getting some from Instagram from the Explore page. So again, now I think I should focus more on Instagram.
Yeah.
Because I posted like that pic in New York the other day and it got on the Explore page and like 60,000 people saw, so I got a lot of subscribers from that.
Wow.
Just like random things.
Wow.
Yeah, but before it was all TikTok, but now it could be more Instagram.
Are people doing more like the month subscription, or do they like full on do the year type of thing? Like, what do you see more of?
Oh, good. I don't know. It doesn't tell me.
I know, we were thinking about that.
That's
oh,
so cool.
It doesn't tell you. We were honestly,
Maybe if I really looked into it, like maybe.
Yeah.
we were wondering today when we were signing up. I'm like, is
Which
she
one
gonna
should I
know?
do?
Well, like, what a compliment, you know? Like, you saw my
Yeah.
boobs and you want to commit to this for a
Yeah.
year. Like,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
But we were wondering if you like know who subscribes to you and like when they sign up for that. Because when we were signing up today, I'm like, is she
Always
gonna know we're
scared.
doing this? And Lauren's like, oh, I already told her we're subscribing to her. I was like, oh, okay, never mind. I think we put ourselves in as the freaking dipsy chicks. I'm
I
like,
think so.
Wait, that's so cute. I didn't check.
Oh my God.
I need to go see. That's so cute.
Insane.
Wait, what was the question? I forget.
What was I asking?
I can't even remember.
I don't remember, but I was going to tell you something. And so I was on, I think I was looking at either Instagram stories or Snapchat stories or something.
Okay.
but it was like a friend of mine from Mississippi, and she was like taking a video at the bar.
Yeah.
And somebody, literally the dude that she was with,
You're
was at the
joking.
bar scrolling Instagram, and you crossed the feed. I said, back.
Yeah.
No, I swear.
You're joking.
Yes, he
And
was like
followed
liked
me?
your message and like or
Wait,
your
that's so funny.
your picture. Yeah. And I
Wait,
sent her a
that's so
message. I was like,
cute.
hold on, I know that girl on his phone. Go back.
Oh my God, that's so fun.
It's crazy.
I think that was literally last week when
It
we
was
were in
last week.
Atlanta,
Wait,
right?
that's so, I
Yeah.
love that. That's so exciting.
I know.
I've only met like one person that I think I met them in like a New York bar, and she was like, oh my God, wait, like my friend sent because I talked about my boob job. Her friend sent my boob job video like in their group chat or something. I was like, that's fun. That's cool.
That's so
Wow.
neat.
Yeah.
Little
Oh my
celebrity.
gosh.
No. No. Hopefully one day.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Okay. So the only other thing I wanted to come back to, we got sidetracked. What is the best thing about
Oh, yeah.
your job?
I hate to say the money, but like it's gotta be. Like I said earlier, I never went to Europe. I didn't have a nice car. You know, I got to do all these fun things. Even for my family, I took my dad and my brother to like a football game, the Georgia game. The other day, actually, was the when they were in Atlanta. So it was the other day. Yeah,
nice.
I went to like see Harry Styles. Did you guys see that? I saw Harry like Pitt. I never got to do that. So yeah, I'm definitely spending my money and saving it. I'm planning on obviously using it for student loans too. So definitely the money, just like the freedom.
Yeah.
Just living life, because I do pay my own rent. I have since I was like 20, so that helps.
Good for you.
Feeling good
man.
about
Thank you.
yourself.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love this. I mean, this has been like my like favorite conversation.
Yeah.
I mean,
Really?
Yes.
I'm so happy.
It's just so like interesting.
Yay.
Yeah, and I don't know, like we said earlier, I don't know anyone personally who I can like ask what is it
Yeah.
actually like to be an OnlyFans
And I
creator.
feel like I'm like the same. You know, I'm not like, I don't know. Like I said earlier, people think I'm like the sex girl, but I'm still like act the same. Hasn't really changed me.
Yeah.
I have a cool like Prada bag now, but other than that,
Yes.
And a cool car.
I got a car. Yeah.
Oh,
Cool
wow.
Prada bag. That's amazing.
So
I mean,
fun.
literally on your way here, we were like telling our team, we're like, she's like the coolest girl.
Yeah.
We're gonna love her.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Oh my
Awesome.
God. Well, thank you for coming on. This was so exciting.
Yay.
Thank you.
I know.
you guys.
And also plug like your OnlyFans, all your like accounts and everything so people can follow you.
Oh, say it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let them know.
Let's see. My OnlyFans is at Tay with 3 Y's, Hughes. My Instagram is _Tay_Hughes. And don't look at my TikTok because it's banned. So yeah.
We'll get there.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Wow.
Follow Taylor. Thank you so
Please,
much.
Thank
you.
you. Thank you guys.
I am just so excited about that interview.
That was like my favorite conversation that we've had with anyone in a long time.
Seriously, because it's so many questions that I feel like people think in their head, but don't have anyone to ask. So here we go. We got Taylor for y'all.
Scratching that curious
Perfect.
itch, y'all.
Amazing. We hope y'all enjoyed it as much as we did.
Yeah, and send us like any follow-up questions. As soon as we got done recording, we already told her, we're like, Taylor, you've got to come back on because we have 10,000 follow-up questions and we know you guys do too. So send us those and we'll have her back on soon.
Yeah. Oh my God, that would be so much fun. So
All right,
much
y'all.
fun.
That is all that we have for you this week. Remember, new episodes drop every single Monday morning, bright and early. You can watch us as a web show on YouTube, or you can listen to us as a podcast only on Spotify, Apple, Google, all the places you can find a podcast.
Yeah, and you can follow us on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all the things at Chicks and Dip Pod. And we have a very exciting meetup coming up on October 13th. Just a little like social hour to meet friends in our city of Savannah. So all of y'all that are local, come on out.
Yeah, it's hard in these streets, y'all. It's hard to meet friends. Like as an adult, you know, you've got a full-time job. So we want to just host a fun little casual night. And we've got a social game planned. Don't be scared of that. It's going to be really fun and cool and not too cheesy. But we're going to get y'all talking to each other.
Yeah, music, drinks, the Cocktail Boys. It's going to be at the Olmsted again, October 13th. And bring all of your friends. It's going to be such a great time.
Yes.
So come out for that.
All right, y'all. Got anything else?
No, I think that's it.
We'll see y'all next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.